Hi, Gemini. I hope you guys are doing fabulous and living the best version of your motherfucking reality. So, collective, I was recording your video and it just shut off on me. So, I have to do it again, right? So, I was telling you guys in the last video that I was recording that the download is that the universe is giving you A for effort. The universe sees that you're trying. The universe sees that you're trying with your connections with yourself. You're trying to evolve. You're trying to see things from a different perspective. You're trying to, find different aspects of yourself. You're trying to see different aspects in how you act in your connections, relationships, friendships, whatever it may be. Even with your children, for some of you, be what the fuck it may, right? But I kind of feel like for a lot of you, it has a lot to do with self. It has a lot to do with understanding that you're more than what a lot of you have been perceiving, right? About yourself for the past couple of years or months or whatever. And I feel like a lot of you were lost in these versions of yourself that went through these traumas and abuses and all these things that a lot of you were so stubborn to try to heal from, right? I feel like it's different for everyone, but if you don't resonate with this energy, then check your other placements. Nonetheless, we are gonna go into prayer. Thank you, Father, Mother God, for waking us up today and allowing us to be an extension of you. Understanding, overstanding, and understanding that we're constantly connected to God, source, spiritual guides, archangels, ascended masters, ancestors, anything that is high vibrational, to get these messages across to Gemini so they can be able to expand and evolve in whatever way, shape, or form they find suitable for their space and time right now. Thank you for your love, your wisdom, and support every day. We're nothing without it, and we're nothing without you. In your humble name, we always pray. So it be, so it be, so it be. So, collective, before I was rudely interrupted by I don't know who, I don't know if it's the universe, they wanted me to start over, I don't know. Nonetheless, the Star Keeper. The first card that these guys got was the Star Keeper. A lot of you are in this energy where the cosmic ancestor, a lot of you are trying to see the light by staying grounded within yourself. I feel like a lot of you might be disconnecting from certain habits, perceptions, people, connections, relationships, whatever it may be, because it wasn't bringing you the light, the happiness, the peace, the tranquility, the balance that you guys really need within your life, so you don't go fucking mentally crazy. Right? Because if you look at this this cosmic ancestor, they were in this firmament. It's like you were in this space where you couldn't ascend beyond this space. This is like a firmament. You see how the light stops right here, and then all the pressure builds up right here, and it can't go anywhere else. This is where a lot of you were. You were stuck within yourself. You were stuck within your habits, your traumas, your healing cycles, the things that you knew that you had to release. But for a lot of you, it was so hard to release because a lot of you didn't understand that you weren't walking through that door. A lot of you were trying to ascend through here, which is kind of like escaping, instead of walking through the things that you needed to go through to be able to ascend and change and disconnect, and whatever that case was, right? Because as I said, it's different for everybody. I don't know what happened to the light. There it is. It's different for everybody, and I feel like that was a download in itself. Maybe it was the fact that these people were too dark. Maybe you were in a dark place around these people, these connections, these things, these traumas, these things that a lot of you had to go through, right? You were in this darkness, and a lot of you were trying to escape by over ascending them, or you know how that phrase goes, don't go around it, go through it. A lot of people were going around it, and this is what you were doing. You were going around it by trying to escape this way instead of going through it, through the door, right? Because behind that door, there's a star that meets you, right? That's the light that you was looking for. So for a lot of you, you had to disconnect from certain people, right? Walk right through that door on these people. For some of you, it's not even people. It was just a way of being, a way of living, a way of ascending, a way of looking at life, right? What other energies do we have for Gemini? The children of the child of the cosmos. The intelligence of the universe lies within you. And I feel like a lot of you are air energy, you are mental, you are logical. So a lot of you are starting to understand that there's more to you than meets the eye. There's more to you that meets the physical. There's more to you than just like, oh, well, I'm just this type of person, I'm going to be like this for the rest of my life. No, you came here to create, you came here to learn, you came here to change things, you came here to evolve and expand. So a lot of you are doing just that, right? Some of you, it's a double mission, right? It's talking about a light worker starseed also serve the world by being you. But this is talking about the authentic you, the real you, the inner child, the tenderness, the innocence, the rare gifts. A lot of you were operating from traumatic experiences, from darkness, from pain, from resentment. That's where a lot of you were actually fucking operating from. And a lot of you now understand that you have to go within that inner child and walk through that door so you can be able to heal. Right? The cosmic heart. Devotion, potency, make your life a moving prayer. And this is what a lot of you had to do. A lot of you had to walk by faith and not by sight. Because a lot of the things that you were seeing, the people that you was connecting to, your fucking relationships, your fucking family members, did not reflect the type of fucking reality that a lot of you wanted to fucking live out. So you had to go within your cosmic heart to be able to make your life a moving prayer. And all that means is that you had to affirm yourself, be more positive, think positive, say positive things, and feel positive. Live in that positivity, in that positive vibration, right? A lot of you had to trust the timing. Trust the wave that you came in on. Time is not running out, Gemini. This is a new earth. It's happening. Keep holding the vision, because a lot of you are creating your new reality. A lot of you are making the choices that you're supposed to be making. A lot of you are seeing, understanding. It's like the universe put up this mirror to you, and you can see with clarity yourself in these relationships, in these things, in this darkness, in these situations that you put yourself in, because it was forcing you to learn about thyself. It's all it was doing, collective. It was forcing you to learn about thyself. And a lot of you weren't seeing that in those relationships, in those connections, in that lifetime, right? Or in that time frame of life. Big picture thinking, didn't I just say? As I can put a mirror up to you, the big picture. Visionary, inspired ideas. Some of you might be having new ideas, creative ideas. For some of you, I'm hearing maybe some of you want to move. Maybe some of you need a change of scenery. Maybe some of you want to go on a trip. Some of you want to just let go of everyone and everything and just start all over. For some of you, it's definitely what it's giving. It's definitely what it's giving for Gemini. The other energies from the Star Seed Oracle. Two more energies. Yeah, a lot of you were cracked open, and see, that's Gemini energy. That's Gemini energy right there. Cracked open, right? You see how it splits into two? Because there's another side to you that a lot of you weren't pursuing, weren't showing the world, weren't showing other people. Because a lot of you, like I said, it was about perspective. It was about zooming out and seeing yourself. You understand what I'm saying? None of this matters. Zoom out and find a common ground, right? Because it was about staying grounded, like the first card said. A lot of you were letting relationships, people, situations trigger you, make you mad, go into darkness, have resentment, or make you feel like oh, if I don't have these people, then I'm a nobody. Or if I don't keep these relationships, or the fact that my life is going this way, like, what does this mean for me? Like, a lot of you were going through a lot of self-doubt. A lot of self-doubt, mentally, emotionally, and physically, whether it was with your relationships, your connections, your family members, your whatever it was, your career. A lot of you had to be cracked open, and a lot of you had to hit rock bottom to then surrender to the alchemy of life. It's really what happened here. Because a lot of you were just going around like, nope, this is just me. This is what I like to do. This is just how I am. This is just and no. You have to hit rock bottom to surrender to the alchemy of life. You did. Defenselessness, righting past wrongs, and uprooting for a lot of you. There was a lot of things that a lot of you had to forget, forgive, and release. Uproot from. A lot of you cried a lot. A lot of you cried a lot, right? But it activated this new earth energy within you, these power places, these ley lines, because you were trusting where it was leading you. Some of you wasn't trusting where it was leading you, and this is why you kept hitting the same wall, or the same situations, or the same fucked up toxic ass friends or relationships, and it's because a lot of you were being stubborn. There goes the door that you have to walk through again, right? But a lot of you had to face yourself. This is not about other people. This is about yourself, Gemini. And this is what a lot of you don't understand. It's a new earth, like I said, right? But a lot of you don't understand that in order for you to usher in the new earth, you have to release that other side of you that a lot of you have been hiding. Throat chakra. Don't mind me, I'm going through like little throat chakra issues, so. I want to go into, well, I hope you guys are doing fabulous. Remember to comment in the videos. Remember to let me know how you feel about the downloads. Remember to all of that, right? I probably want to use the V Tarot because it's talking about a lot of darkness and a lot of things, right? But before that, let's go into the romance oracle for you guys. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you. What did I say? It was about forgiving and learning and healing family issues, past traumas with your parents, with your siblings, with whatever the fucking case may be for a lot of you. Maybe for some of you it was your baby's mother, your baby daddies, whatever. Maybe for some of you it was your children. Or maybe for some of you, you had to heal from your inner child. A lot of the things that you went through as a child, right? Your love life is being affected by children or by your inner child. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. And also as you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. But a lot of you understand that now because a lot of you have been cracked open. A lot of you became the Star Keeper. A lot of you became the Cosmic Ancestor and started to realize that it was all about zooming out and finding the perspective. For some of you, this was about forgiving and learning for putting yourself through certain situations in relationships or putting other people through certain things that you wouldn't even put yourself through. But a lot of you started to understand that the reason why a lot of you went through a lot of shit is because you also gave a lot of shit to other people. You had to hit rock bottom to surrender to the alchemy of life. And the only way you can fucking do that was by learning fucking lessons. Or people teaching you lessons. Or you being other people's lessons or whatever the case may be. Right? Okay, crown chakra. Itchy. Oh, it's tingling. For some of you, you were becoming codependent on these relationships. You were trying to validate yourself through these relationships, these connections, these whatever they were, whether it's your parents, romantic or not. Whatever the fuck it was, a lot of you were trying to validate yourself through these connections that never gave you anything or fed you life or gave you the perspectives that you needed to be able to crack yourself open. A lot of you had to trip over, fall, cut yourself, fucking almost die so you can fucking crack yourself open, Gemini. Is it okay now? Yes, but when y'all were going through that, y'all were going through hell. For some of you, addictions are affecting your romantic life. A lot of you are addicted to being alone for the ones that are single, and this is why a lot of you can't find nobody, because you don't give nobody a chance or embrace them, right? Give your relationship a chance for some of you. Work on your partnerships. Learn how to flirt. Learn how to extend your lighthearted energy to others. For some of you, you're too codependent on your relationships with whoever you're with. A lot of you depend on these people to give you the love, the happiness, the security, the comfort, the compassion, the nurturing that a lot of you don't even give yourself. For the ones that are in relationships. So I don't even know what the fuck that is. Right? But I kind of feel like a lot of you have to stop. It has to stop. It does. Because at the end of the day, or for some of you, at the end of the day, it's not going to bring you anywhere. And at the end of the day, this feels like some of you are too codependent on that single life, or on not changing the routine, or not fucking moving forward, or not changing the flow of how things go, right? Where you're hiding from. Is it safe for you to love in reverse? For some of you, you're scared to genuinely love because you know that you have to be vulnerable. And at the top of the deck, separation. A lot of you are afraid of separation. Some of you are in a relationship and you keep breaking up with this person and getting back together with them. Some of you keep telling them that you don't want to be with them, but they keep coming back, or you keep going back to them. For some of you, you have to figure that shit out, but then there's a reconciliation for some of you. For some of you, there's somebody who came in from your past here, and now they're trying to show you the affection that you wanted to see in another time or space. Right? But a lot of you are not giving them the honeymoon treatment. A lot of you are not acting like it's so nice and sweet. A lot of you are letting them know what the business really is, right? Getting to know each other. For some of you, a lot of you are revealing your innermost selves to each other, or your bond is deepening because a lot of you are probably embracing this person who came from your past. A lot of you are probably starting to let them do what it is that they told you that they wanted to do or show you, right? Some of you might feel like this person has to separate from somebody else, or heal from somebody else or another relationship that they had, and this is why a lot of you don't embrace them. But I kind of feel like maybe it's a reflection of how you have to heal from a certain relationship, or a baby daddy or baby's mother, or whatever the case may be. Maybe that's why you're so aware of that in the other person, because it's also in you. Let's go into the V Tarot. Actually, let's go into the Starseed Oracle and go into the cracked open, the rock bottom, surrender to the alchemy of life. And I can see why the universe is giving you A for effort, because a lot of the shit that some of you are going through in these relationships, or went through in these relationships, or connections, or situations in your life, a lot of you could have fucking ended up dead, ended up fucking doing crazy shit, or I don't know, or dealing with people that did crazy shit, or some of you did this shit to people. Like, I don't know what the fuck this is, but a lot of you had to crack yourself open. You had to hit rock bottom. Don't let the weight and density of the world squash your tender spirit, Gemini. Instead, let it call even more of it home, into your body, at the center front of your life. It's through the extreme pressure of life, trials, that diamonds are cultivated, Gemini. It's when things are at their darkest that we cultivate proper faith and our light is ignited, Gemini. It's through the crumbling that we can allow our wounds to be alchemized. Let your pain, sorrow, and losses make you, not break you. Let life alchemize your tragedies into gold. Be open to being cracked open, wide open. It's the difficult times that help us grow in leaps and bounds, and in ways we could only dream were possible. But first, they have to crack us open. Like I said, sometimes it hurts like hell. It's nature's way. Whether you let it happen or not, it's going to happen. So surrender to the process. It's how the light gets in. When your heart cracks open, a space is created for your soul to more fully enter. When your soul cracks open, a space is created for the grace of the Holy Spirit to enter. Let your trials, your sorrows, your pains, and your losses transform you into more and more of yourself, Gemini. Stay open to the possibility that your tragedies, your losses, your sorrows, and your hurt happened for you, not to you. And it happened for you so a lot of you can heal yourself from past lives, from inner child, children, fucking traumatic experiences, whatever. Bless the thing that broke you down and cracked you open, because the world needs you open. Your kids need you open. Your partners need you open. Your family needs you open. Surrender to the alchemy of life. How can you let life crack you open, Gemini? Right? So we're gonna go into the V Tarot. This is the V Tarot. And see what it's talking about here. Please show me any messages for Gemini. A lot of you might feel like you're all over the place. And funny that we get the Lovers, Gemini energy. Right? With the Seven of Wands. A lot of you, this is finding resolution within a relationship. A lot of you, this is like, I have to disconnect from this person. I feel like I'm always left out in the cold by this person. For some of you, you're leaving this person out in the cold. A lot of you might feel like you're leaving people behind, and the universe is saying that you should be leaving these people behind, whether they're parents, romantic partners, friendships, whatever they are. Some of these people are so stubborn that they're the ones that don't allow the light to come into you, because they're constantly bringing negative energy or speaking negatively upon your choices in your life, and whatever the case may be. For a lot of you, for some of you, this is yourself. This was yourself leaving yourself out in the cold and not loving yourself enough to be able to put yourself through the things, darkness, that you had to go through to be able to crack yourself open. A lot of you kept victimizing yourself and kept just going back to the same cycle, right? Because you didn't love yourself enough. With the Lovers, you didn't love yourself enough. You kept leaving yourself out in the cold. For some of you, this is you running back to somebody who didn't love you, who never really gave a fuck, who never really did this. But a lot of you kept running to them. Or for some of you, this is the fact that a lot of you are trying to go back to somebody from your past, and a lot of you are experiencing that this person is beyond you now. For others of you, it's the other way around. Somebody's coming back into your past, and now it's like you're beyond them. It's like you're beyond them, or you're trying to let them show you what it is that they want to show you emotionally or communication wise, whatever it may be, or express themselves. What is this relationship? The Tower. Scorpio energy. This is the Tower. This is a lot of you understanding that going back to that person is not going to heal you. The Knight of Wands here. This is you. For some of you, battling the fact that you want to run back to this person. For others of you, it's the fact that this person is fighting not running back to you, because a lot of you are not giving them the time of day. For others of you, this person is not giving you the time of day. The Eight of Cups, a lot of you just need to learn how to give up and walk away from certain relationships or connections or situations here. For others of you, this is somebody who's not giving up, even though you keep throwing this Tower moment at them, or keep denying them. They don't give a fuck. They keep trying. Or maybe this is you. The Ten of Swords. For a lot of you, Gemini energy. For a lot of you, this is you letting shit go mentally, right? For some of you, emotionally, you probably have gotten over somebody or moved on from them or whatever, or maybe this is them, but mentally, a lot of you probably still think about them, or they think about you, or they're trying to manifest you, whatever the case may be. It's time to let go with the Ten of Swords, right? The Seven of Cups is talking about how this is what creates confusion, because a lot of you can let go of the past or let go of these friends or these people, these romantic connections or these parents because of social constructs or how you think things should be or how you were raised to think things should be. But a lot of you need to understand that with the Seven of Cups, some of these people are just creating confusion and blockages in your life, or were, and this is why a lot of you release them for a new beginning, the world, right? The Three of fucking Pentacles, a lot of you did the fucking work. And then the Eight of Wands in reverse, a lot of you were tired of hearing the same shit, or that I'm the problem, or I have an attitude, or I'm bipolar, or I'm this, or I'm that. So a lot of you went and forced yourself and fixed it. With the Three of fucking Pentacles, a lot of you did the spiritual work. That's why he has the cauldron here. Did the spiritual work, burned the fucking sage, did the meditation, worked on yourself, viewed yourself from a different fucking perspective, right? The Three of Swords, and then the Moon. That was the epiphany that a lot of you had to have to be able to heal. For some of you, you are rejecting this healing. And this is why with the Six of Pentacles, you don't experience success in your relationships or in life. For some of you, not all of you. But for others of you, you are experiencing the success, the elevation, the evolving aspect of it all. Because a lot of you had the epiphany and went to your emotions and went to the moon and was like, yo, like, heal me. And then you started feeding yourself. The Queen of Cups. You started feeding yourself. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy. Some of you might be connected to that energy, right? Some of you might be connected to Scorpio, Gemini, Sagittarius energy, Virgo, Aries. I said Scorpio, right? Maybe even Aquarius. But I kind of feel like whatever this may be, this is more about you understanding self. A lot of you needed to understand that hitting rock bottom was what's going to help you surrender to the alchemy of life, because a lot of you were being stubborn emotionally, physically, and mentally. But now with the Ace of Cups, a lot of you love yourself. You filled your cup. You did what you were supposed to do. You healed yourself mentally, physically, and emotionally, collective. With the Ace of Cups, you had this epiphany of always pouring into people or wanting people to pour into you, and finally started pouring into yourself. The Empress energy, exactly. And with the Four of Cups, emotional stability, groundedness. And then with the Queen of Swords, finding that resilience, that strength, right? And then we have the Death energy, going through transformation here. With the Knight of Pentacles, you gave yourself that. And with the Ten of Cups, that was the happiness. And with the fucking Wheel of Fortune, that was the turn that had to happen for you to move forward with the Chariot. You understand? Whether it was a relationship, your own ascension, whatever the fuck it was, a lot of you needed to see that perspective of thyself to be able to disconnect with the Queen of Swords. And find the inner Empress within yourself, whether you're male or female. Because it's about nurturing yourself, feeding yourself, filling your own cup. You know what I'm saying? Healing. For others of you, a lot of you are in this Four of Cups energy, where a lot of you keep complaining and keep victimizing yourself. And I don't read for those people, because at the end of the day, I read for the people who actually do the work. This is why some of you are stuck in that chair and don't move in life, don't move forward in life. For some of you, because a lot of you are in this darkness and you victimize yourself in it instead of learning from it and expanding in it or from it. And in the reverse, you keep draining yourself out and you don't want to heal. Or for some of you, you're leeching off of other people's high vibrational energy to be able to sustain yourself. But nonetheless, I said I don't read for those people. But for my ones that are doing the work here, what you don't see coming, yes. Yes. Yes, fucking yes. The High Priestess. No, sorry, this is not the high priestess. This is temperance, patience, speaking up, right? But then you have no more disappointment, and then the transformation here with the death card. A lot of you had to die to be able to resurrect this new version of yourself. Let's go into some advice, and that is going to conclude your reading for this month, Gemini. What is the advice for Gemini here? Sure. I'm going to take the one that is flipped over, which is perception. The moon. Didn't I say you had to go to the moon to be able to enter that door? Entrance in ascending, to be able to crack yourself open, to see yourself from a different perspective, right? The moon put you through that darkness. And then number 19, which is number 10, which is a closing of a cycle, because now a lot of you are going to this new version of self. So what does the moon have to say to you in number 19? The moon, ruler of Cancer, speaks of the deep inner river of emotions. For some of you, I just heard go listen to your Cancer reading. Some of you have Cancer in your chart, or your moon is in Cancer. What motivates you, how you experience and express your feelings, and how you nurture and need nurturance. In your astrological chart, the moon is as important as the sun, even though it's much smaller. By a coincidence of relative size and distance, from our earthly perspective, the sun and the moon, our symbols of consciousness and unconsciousness, appear to be the same size, and this proportion makes eclipses possible. The moon cycles through the zodiac in 27.5 days, changing signs every 2 days. This is why some of you always